Prime Minister Harris's first stop upon landing in St. Kitts after a productive trip to Asia and the Middle East was the Cuban embassy at Bladen Housing Development. There, Dr. Harris extended condolences to Cuban Ambassador, His Excellency Hugo Ruiz Cabrera, and offered a tribute in writing to the fallen commander and chief.
Castro led Cuba through tumultuous times, very difficult times, and the fact that he could survive to be one of the longest serving leaders anywhere is of itself a remarkable achievement. But what was most important was the way in which a country blockaded could have survived and move and mobilize itself, its people, its resources to take on an international image of a fighter, a deliverer, a contributor to mankind. And the excellent international corporations developed with countries under his watch in education, in health, in almost every area of human endeavor speaks volumes to the kind of leadership, the generosity of his spirit, and the fact that he had broad vision of people and a respect for humanity everywhere. So whether it was in Africa or in the Caribbean or elsewhere in Europe, the presence of Fidel was well felt. We will always remember Fidel, as he was fondly called, the great leader, what he stood for, not just on behalf of the people of Cuba, but of the people everywhere. South Africa during its difficult period of apartheid, and other countries in Africa, when they needed a friend on whom they could rely, it always was one singular leader on whom they could count on. It was Fidel Castro.
Fidel Castro leaves a remarkable legacy marked by unparalleled cooperation and generosity in the fields of health, education, and social services. It's a legacy that His Excellency Hugo Ruiz Cabrera vows to continue.
After this beautiful words coming from the Prime Minister, I have no words to go ahead, so I only have one thing, that is to express my appreciations for the Prime Minister, to tell him that despite that we have lost our leader, our contribution with the Caribbean, our contribution and cooperation with St. Kitts and Nevis will continue.